Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. CBS News reports escalating tensions in the ongoing war with Iran. U.S. gas prices have surged past $40 a gallon, a four-year high, following an Iranian drone strike on a Kuwaiti oil tanker near Dubai, highlighting the conflict's impact on energy markets. Concurrently, Iranian state media reported that a water desalination plant on Iran's Qishim Island was taken offline after a strike, an attack consistent with prior threats from President Trump to target Iran's civilian energy infrastructure. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claimed significant progress in the war, while his defense minister stated southern Lebanon would be occupied post-war, with border homes demolished and civilians prevented from returning until Israel's security is guaranteed. Italy reportedly denied U.S. warplanes access to a major base for operations against Iran, and U.S. Gulf allies are privately urging President Trump to continue the conflict to weaken Iran further. The escalation also saw 4 Israeli soldiers and 3 UN peacekeepers killed in Lebanon. NPR reports that the ongoing conflict in Iran is causing significant disruptions to international shipping routes. The war has led to considerable delays in the global movement of cargo, with a particularly severe impact on the delivery of essential medical and humanitarian goods. These vital supplies, which are often time-sensitive, are primarily destined for regions in Asia and Africa. The slowdown in shipping due to the conflict underscores the far-reaching consequences of geopolitical instability on global supply chains, potentially jeopardizing access to healthcare and aid for vulnerable populations worldwide. NHK reports that the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, Unified Dali, conducting peacekeeping operations along the Israel-Lebanon border, has been repeatedly attacked, leading to the deaths of 3 peacekeepers in just 2 days. All 3 deceased personnel were dispatched from Indonesia. These incidents occurred amidst escalating armed conflict between Israel and the Shiite organization Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon. The UN has strongly condemned these attacks, stating that assaulting peacekeepers may constitute a violation of international law, and investigations are currently underway to identify the perpetrators. Given the worsening local situation, France, a significant contributor to UNIFE, condemned the attacks and requested an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council. The Security Council has decided to convene this urgent meeting on March 31st, where intense discussions are anticipated regarding Israel's ground military operations in southern Lebanon and the overall deteriorating security conditions. CBS News reports that the Supreme Court is set to review the legality of former President Trump's executive order attempting to end birthright citizenship, a core component of his potential second-term immigration agenda. The central question in Trump v. Barbara is whether the directive aligns with the 14th Amendment's citizenship clause and federal immigration law. Trump's administration argues the 14th Amendment, adopted post-Civil War for freed slaves, does not extend citizenship to children of undocumented immigrants or temporary residents, claiming the current interpretation incentivizes illegal immigration and birth tourism. Opponents, including the ACLU, contend that the 14th Amendment enshrined the English common law rule of birthright citizenship, with rare exceptions, an understanding reinforced by the 1898 14's detection Wong Kim Ark case and later codified by Congress. Lower courts have consistently found Trump's order likely unconstitutional. The Migration Policy Institute estimates over 250,000 babies annually could be impacted. Critics warn that upholding the order would jeopardize the citizenship of millions of Americans and impose significant administrative and financial burdens on states, potentially leading to a loss of federal funding for programs like Medicaid. A decision from the High Court is anticipated by late June or early July. Al Jazeera reports that Doctors Without Borders, MSF, has released a new report. there is something I want to tell you, detailing the widespread use of sexual violence as a defining feature of Sudan's brutal civil war. According to MSF, 3,396 survivors of sexual violence sought treatment in their facilities in North and South Darfur between January 2024 and November 2025. This data represents only a fraction of the actual crisis, as the true scale remains unknown. Women and girls constituted 97% of those treated, with 1 in 5 survivors in South Darfur being under 18, including 41 children younger than 5. The Rapid Support Forces, RSF, and allied militias are primarily responsible for these systematic abuses, which often target non-Arab communities and occur in daily settings like fields, markets, and displacement camps. MSF urges the United Nations, donors, and humanitarian actors to urgently scale up health and protection services across Sudan and calls on all parties to the conflict to cease and prevent sexual violence and hold perpetrators accountable. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.